Hi, I'm Colleen Pearl the Cool Crone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be the February Tarotscope for the sign of Aries. Okay, Aries, I've shuffled the cards and laid them out for you. This is week 1, 2, 3, and 4. I am using a deck that I don't use very often, but I love this deck. It's beautiful and it has very, very deep symbolism, so I hope I can do it justice. This is the book that goes with the deck. It's called Phantasmagoria by Ian Daniels, and it goes with this Tarot of the Vampyre. And look how thick this book is. It's not just a little guidebook that gives you 3 words about each card. It tells you like a book about each card. So I hope I can do it justice. I've got 4 oracle cards laid out here, which we'll talk about at the end, and let's get into it. So the first card up is the beginning of February when Mercury is still retrograde, and it is the Hanged Man. And this is a really beautiful Hanged Man card. If you see, the figure is naked but is entwined with serpents, and the hair of the figure is, here we go, growing into the earth. I'm sorry about the focus on my camera. I'm working on it. So this says that things are about to change as far as you're concerned. So you start the month with things just going topsy-turvy and literally changing. So whatever it is that you have been working on, Aries, this means that things are about to take a real left turn. I'm sorry, there's somebody snow plowing outside and he has a very loud truck. I'm trying to avoid having that on the video, but I can't. All right, so whatever you have been working on, Aries, probably through the month of January, maybe even back into December, it's about to take a real left turn, and your perspective on things is going to change dramatically. Dramatically. The next card is the Prince of Scepters, and this very well could be you. This is a person who wants to jump into things, is impulsive, is inspirational, is inspiring. It's a fire sign. It's somebody who has a lot of energy, who has a lot of ideas and wants to put those ideas into action quickly. They don't really want to stop and think about things. They just want to go quickly. And this Prince of Scepters, like I said, it could be you. It is a fire sign. It's somebody who's really going, very, very energetically going into the future and taking action. But in this first week of February, you may not be ready to take action. You may want to take action, but you may not be ready to take action. And the third card for the first week in February we have is the Tower. So again, big change is coming to you. Huge change is coming. Life, as you know it, will not exist after this week. It will change appreciably. And so you will want to be ready for that. And that's what the Hanged Man is about. You're looking at your situation and understanding that as this change occurs, this may no longer be possible. You may have the urge to really go forward, but I don't think you're going to be able to unless your urge to go forward is to go forward into the new world that is created after the Tower has changed everything. So big changes for you, Aries. It's just not going to be Kansas anymore. Let's just put it that way. The top of the second week, Aries, is the 8 of Grails. So you are going to be feeling like you are able to move out of this difficult situation and move into something else. He looks a little scary, doesn't he? Yeah, it's just a mask. It's not his face. But you can see his hands are chained. He holds a cup. He's not really able to do what he wants to do because of the chains, but most likely this is his choice. So it's your choice, Aries, of how you move through this situation or out of this situation. It's just totally your choice. And I think then we have a good choice because the next card, the 4 of Scepters, is showing that you are able to balance things and to come to some kind of an agreement or an understanding or a realization about your situation. That way you will feel like everything that you have, everything that you have in your possession is valuable and you're able to hold on to it. So you're going to feel much more secure in the knowledge when you make this decision, which is probably to move away from the situation. The next card is the 8, another 8 of skulls. And so this card is showing that you're working very intensely on a particular thing. You're studying it, you're analyzing it, you're putting things in motion by dint of will. So you have decided how you're going to manage this situation, and you are moving quite decidedly, quite purposely towards your goal, which is probably a new goal after the Tower and the Hanged Man showed up in the first week. So you have this almost looks like the magician here, the 8 of skulls, but he's a craftsperson. He's practicing his craft, and his craft demands that he concentrate and be very, very focused. And so that's where you're going to find yourself at the end of the second week of February, Aries. The third week starts out with a much more feminine vibe. We have the moon, which is going to which tells me that you're going to be really focusing on your intuition and things that you know from within. So there may be secrets. You may have found that the situation around you was deteriorated due to people keeping secrets from you, or by people finding out your secrets. But the moon in this instance, I think, is your friend. I think that you have good intuition in this situation, and you're learning how to protect yourself, because that's one of the things that you want to do after the 8 of Grails, is you want to protect yourself so that you don't find yourself in a situation where you have to leave again or run away, or even to protect yourself. And then we have the Queen of Skulls. And this is a person who is an earth sign. They're quite nurturing. They're very gentle. They're protective. They're a person that wants to protect. So if this is your partner, and then that person is very protective of you and wants you to succeed and will do anything that she can, or he, could be a man just with feminine energies being exhibited here, but they want you to succeed and they want to protect you if they can or if they need to. So you've got help there, and because your intuition with the moon is at an all-time high, you should be doing very, very well right now in this third week of February. The 5 of Skulls, though, says that you're not satisfied. You're not quite satisfied at what you have accomplished, and you're not quite satisfied with the situation. So you still may feel like you're looking for more, like you need more. You need to have more of whatever it is. You had the 4 of Scepters the second week, and that was a more satisfied moment. But that moment has more to do with your own equilibrium and the way you see yourself in your life, in your situation. The 5 of Skulls has to do with how satisfied you are with your earthly resources, with money, with health, with your body. And you're not satisfied at the end of the third week at February. You're feeling like you need to do more. And then we have another 8. So this is the third 8 that we have in this reading. And so I think that you're racking your brain, Aries, trying to imagine how your life really should be, because this month of February is quite uncomfortable for you. A lot of changes, a lot of destruction and rebuilding, a lot of questions, a lot of shadow work, a lot of things coming up in your face about, why is this happening to me? Why is this going on in my life? And yet it's giving you an opportunity to learn a lot about yourself and to learn a lot of lessons for this lifetime. We have the 8 of Knives, which correlates to the 8 of Swords. And so this is a person that is bound themselves quite purposely to the place that they find themselves. So you could release yourself, but for some reason you need to stay put. And with this card always, no matter what deck you use, the 8 of Knives, the 8 of Swords, the 8 of whatever, this is a situation where you have created things so that you can learn the lesson, and yet you're afraid to learn the lesson. So you have to look within. Again, the Hanged Man should have given you a good methodology for looking within in that first week of February. And so finding yourself with the Eight of Knives in the fourth week tells me that there was something you were just not ready to look at, something you were just not ready to take on board. And so you need a little help. And that help could come in the form of the Queen of Skulls, who is very protective and nurturing of you. But we also have next to her the Daughter of Grails. So this would be like the Page of Cups. So we have a younger person, water sign probably, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, who is willing to help you, but also willing to help illuminate your situation and help you to understand your situation. So she, or it could be a he, it doesn't matter, she is willing to explain the situation to you and help you understand things. Now, you came up with the Moon card before, and the Daughter of Grails is very much connected to the Moon, where you need to go within. You have intuition, you have gut feelings, you have psychic flashes that could help you out of this situation. But I think that you're afraid. I think that there is a fear there, that you're just not ready to really look at the situation clearly. You're not ready to really look in the mirror. And the final card tells me that that's right, because the final card is the Two of Skulls correlating to the Two of Cups. And this is showing that you do need to look in the mirror. There is a balance there that comes from seeing your reflection, seeing what's in the reflection, and seeing what you can learn from it. There is a lot that you can learn from it. There's a lot that you can learn from just going within and seeing what's going on. Now, the sign of Capricorn is there on the skull, and the sign of Capricorn is not a terribly reflective sign, but Jupiter is on the necklace of the girl in the mirror. And so Jupiter can expand what is coming to your mind. So if you think you just have an inkling of what is going on, Aries, all you have to do is go back into meditation, and Jupiter will expand that message for you. So there's a lot that you can learn this month, Aries. This is a profound month for you. There is a tremendous amount here for you to really work on, including the lesson of why you are holding yourself back. Why are you, when the universe is so clearly giving you all these lessons, why would you ever want to hold yourself back in this situation? Let's look at the other oracle cards. So here we have the solar eclipse revolution. Yes, you're going through a revolution this month. You are going through tremendous changes. You are a sun, you are a fire sign rather, which is, fire signs are really ruled by the sun. But the eclipse aspect of it is that you have a lesson to learn. There is revolution, there is stuff changing in your life, and you have to face it. You can't deny that your life is changing. All of us change. As we get older, everything changes. And then we have the Gemini card for I think. So if you have a friend who is a Gemini, that might be a person who can help you understand this. But more than that, I think, Aries, you have to think. You have to appreciate your own mental acuity and look back on the situations you found yourself in, not just in February, but maybe over the last 6 months, and ask yourself, what are the lessons that I was supposed to be learning that maybe I've denied myself? Do a meditation on that. Try to delve into that. New moon is a good time to do that. If you miss the new moon, if you're listening to this in the month of February, rather than right on February 1st or January 31st, then you need to go back into meditation on this, but also you could use the next new moon to go into it deeper. Taurus is the next astrology card that I have for you. So you do need to appreciate what you already have in your life, Aries, and you need to acknowledge that you have a lot of blessings. You're not alone. You have people who love you. Whoops, I put that one upside down again. You have people that love you, who are around you, who are willing to protect you. The Queen of Skulls and the Daughter of Grails. And the Prince of Scepters, actually, if that's you. You have to protect yourself. You have to be your own advocate. And then we have Theta of Venus. This is a beautiful, beautiful card. This deck is so gorgeous. And I'm going to read from the guidebook on this one. I'll put her down right in the middle here. Attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequencies of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, or shame when they arise within or around you, but do not give them a foothold in your heart. You are ready for higher understanding, to see things in a new and more positive light. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual life path. And many times, I gotta say, Aries, when people choose a spiritual path, they very many times are tested. They do a little digging, a little studying, they do a little prayer, a little meditation, a little changing of the way they do things, and they take on a devotional practice only to be slapped in the face by the universe with a bunch of mundane earthly problems that demand their attention. But the universe is also saying, now that you're a spiritual being, how are you going to handle these things? There's a Taoist saying, before spirituality, or before enlightenment, I chop wood and carry water. During enlightenment, I chop wood and carry water. After enlightenment, I chop wood and carry water. So you still have to live your earthly life, but your choices and how you speak, how you think, how you really engage in life does change when you become more spiritual, when you open up to your spirituality. That's when you can still chop wood and carry water, but you have a different attitude about it. And that, I think, might be what you're going through, Aries. It's a real change. This is no joke. Revolution. You are going through something big this month. And if you can embrace it and love it, then I think you'll be okay. Because remember what this said, you have love. And the love starts with yourself, Aries. I know that's not a foreign concept to you. You do have to love yourself. Maybe you have to get back to that and remind yourself of what an awesome being you really are. Okay, please leave me a comment down below. Let me know how this reading hit. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and I will see you next time.